Hello folks, Dave here. Right, who's up for a quick whiz through Morricone? There's a man with a massive back catalogue who was even more than Goldsmith ready to take on any old toot that they throw at him. Yeah, give me that, I'll score that, yeah, whatever. And therefore, yeah, you got no hope of being a completist, and I'm not even going to try, because there are hundreds upon hundreds of scores. So I've got a select 35 or so. They're not really select, they're just random mixture. So let's have a look at what they are. Unlike Elfman, where I only had one vinyl, I've got 5 for Morricone. Unfortunately, a lot of these have got titles in Italian, so we've got to do our very best to translate them. What have you done with Solange? Cosa avete fatto a Solange? Yeah, that's a musical on vinyl at the movies 1000 copies edition. I've got number 554. It's on bright orange vinyl, so that's that. And there's a Dago Red version of Varushka, which is one of those things that's got two vinyls. Oh, yeah, I hate it when people use vinyl in the plural. 2 LPs in one sleeve. These are nice regular bog standard black, but they're quite heavyweight vinyl, so that's nice. That there's a film that had many titles. Macchie Solari translates as sunspots, but it was also known as Autopsy. So that's another one. So it's gatefold with 2 discs, and these ones are right, sort of slightly darker orange, almost reddish. There's a that in there, that's just a promotional advert slip. Boom. Go back in there. Come on. It's that. This one I think I've probably shown before when someone was asking about record store day releases. That's Barba Blue, which is Bluebeard. This was a 499 copies edition, but not individually numbered, so who knows. And that's on fairly obviously blue vinyl. But instead of all those kind of modern reissues, there's also Moses, which is an old from back in the day release. So that's a gatefold, but with just a single. Look at that, that's on a W.H. Smith in a sleeve. That wasn't me, that was whoever had it before me, I'm sure. So that's my vinyl. Oh, get off. Catching on the edge of the sleeve. And then of course we have CDs. Aida degli Alberi. Some of the trees, something of the trees, I think. Something of the trees. Baria. Yes, the title track on it is very nice. L'uccello dalle piume di cristallo. The bird with the crystal plumage. Oh, thank goodness, something in English. Bugsy. Yes, Butterfly, which was, as far as I understand, it's a vanity project about for Pia Zadora. This is on Essential Media Group label. It is a CDR, and the booklet is digital print, so it's the sort of stuff that I moan about when Water Tower do it, but you know, some little never heard of them label, who knows. I mean, I'm assuming that's a legit release and it's not like a bootleg or something, but Canone and Verso, that is lovely. I think somebody on the Film Score Monthly forums described this as like Corigliano's Red Violin, only better. There's an FSM release, one of the classics, Days of Heaven. Escalation? No, me neither. Exorcist 2, The Heretic. Giù la testa. I think that's also known as Duck You Sucker. Some little movie that nobody's ever heard of. The Good, the Bad and the Ugly. Must be one of those obscurities. Il Grande Silenzio and Un Bellissimo Novembre, paired together on one disc. His version of Hamlet. I mean, there are other people's versions of Hamlet as well. Hateful Eight, the one for which he belatedly got his competitive Oscar. It was too late, really, wasn't it? I mean, it's nice, but it's not one of the ones that he should have got the Oscar for. Hey ho. There's The Legends of 1900. That is also very nice. Lolita. It's the Adrian Lyne version, I think. Yeah. Maddalena. This is possibly the first occurrence of the Kimai theme, I think. Because he did tend to kind of, if a tune was good, reuse it. The Mission. I've written on here that that was an Oscar winner. Did he win for that? Don't know. I'm going to go away and look it up, and then I'll put it as a subtitle along here. That's a FSM is Navajo Joe. And then there are, of course, the Once Upon a Times in the West and in America for his old pal Serge. Orca. Le Professionnel, so making French films. Red Sonja. Now this is on Perseverance Records, and I mean, look at the back cover of that. If anything is designed to look like a bootleg, it's sort of cheapo CGI lens flare artwork and crappy free font. I mean, I'm sure it is legit, but they're really trying to make it look like it isn't. So yeah, art direction and layout by Kim Szymanski at Callus Design, cover by Nicholas Deeg. Yeah. Oh well. So fine. I have no idea. Film about designers of jeans with no buttocks in them. On the subject of nonsense is Nicolas Cage. Tempo di uccidere, which I think is time to kill. That was one of my recent purchases. La Tenda Rosa, the red tent, which has got both Morricone's score and Alexander Zatsepin's score. Yes, there's pictures of the two of them there. Then there's Morricone Does Carpenter, The Fang, obviously with Alan Howarth's input. And then another one of the classics is The Untouchables. This, along with the original Empire Strikes Back CD, is one of the most bizarre examples of track sequencing you can possibly imagine. Track 1 is the end titles, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then track 8 right in the middle of the CD is the main titles, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and it ends on the Machine Gun Lullaby, which is a kind of an anticlimactic ending. You kind of go, the end title is such a big rousing thing with brass rising higher and higher and higher. Why would you not put that at the end of the disc? It's like, it makes no sense. So people at A&M Records, slap upside the head. And finally, Nicholson and Pfeiffer, Wolf. There you go. Yeah, 3 dozen or so Ennio Morricone's out of a career of many hundreds. Hey, that's me lot for those. What shall I do next time? John Barry? Elmer Bernstein? You decide. No, I'll decide. Stay fresh, cheese bags. Here I am with a quick addendum to that. While editing the preceding video, I realised two things. Firstly, that although I'd shown off The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, that I appeared not to possess copies of A Fistful of Dollars or For a Few Dollars More, which is frankly inexcusable. I had in my Amazon wishlist for a very long time and not checked out for some strange reason a 4-disc set of the trilogy. That is now out of print and hard to come by. So I've got on order suddenly a 2-disc set. Yeah, so those are on order. And the second thing I realised was that I had not mentioned the small selection of Morricone compilations, because I keep the compilations in a separate place to all the whole scores. But yeah, so there is that, which was a early 90s compilation. I think I got that for about £7 in our price in 1992. There's that, which as you can see is a collaboration with Hayley Westenra. So that's vocal orchestrations of lots of stuff. Yeah. And then there's those two, Morricone Segreto and Cinema Suites for all violin and orchestra, which were both from 2020. That, I think, finishes off the Morricone selection. Now it's time for Stay Fresh cheese bags.